Hey y'all, it's me. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. I know I told y'all the other day I would upload a video that day or the next day, but I forget that I'm not at home right now. Well, kind of in a transition phase, and I'm not really on my own time schedule at the moment, but hopefully soon I will be. So anyways, hopefully before this lovely Disney clock plays us a tune, and before anyone comes in, I'm gonna film this flip through for Miss Ralanda that I finished up on Friday. Unfortunately, the virus has not hit my home, but it has hit our town, our very, very small town, very heavy. So I'm trying to just stay in as much as possible, and because my parents are older, I mean, you know, they're 75, 78, and I'm only going to the post office once a week. We're having to wear a mask, you know, and things around here for sure. So, but you know what they say about all that, we just don't know right now. So anyways, I will probably be going on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then Mondays if I upload on Fridays and have a lot, you know. I do still have this one. I've not looked on Instagram. It may have sold, but as far as I know, I do not have a message for this prayer journal. This is still up for sale. I did a flip through of it, and it's on a flip through, probably the last one that says one was sold and one was available, and so obviously that's the one. Okay, so getting into this one. She loved pink, greens, and blacks. This was a custom order. Now, Miss Ralanda, if you did not like this color green, I'll put you a different color lace, like black and white or something in here, and you can cut this off, you know, and just wrap it around and tie, you know, on like I do a lot of times. But I thought, you know, this went well with this, so. But it may bug you, you may want to cut it off anyway. But I made a little bead dangle here. Again, this is a coilless safety pin, so this can be removed, and you can put these on the garment pins that I included and just dangle them from inside, you know, here. So you do not have to keep this on here, so this could be just 5 different charms for you. And there's the other side where I stitched. It's wallpaper on the inside. She did want a patchwork type design, so I'm not a quilter. I do not claim to know how to sew very well, but oh, I've got to put beads on this bottom part still. But anyway, so I sewed a vintage piece of linen here, and I put a CD case with some little goodies in there, and you can put whatever in here, and so it's a pocket. And then I just block stitched some little pieces of fabrics, and I forget what this is called, not seam binding, but well, I can't think what it's called. Anyway, so okay, so this wraps around, it opens up like this. I use this beautiful cardstock. I want to say this is by Cartabella, but I'm not for sure, but it's called Flower Market. She did want it to be a prayer type journal, so there's some Bible verses throughout. There's a lot of stitching and encouraging words throughout. Wallpaper, samples, coffee dyed paper, vintage book pages, and I inked up the tags that I did not stitch around. I love this poetry book my mom had, so I was so happy to get to use that. Here's just some little journaling cards, and I just glued this leaf trim down through there. She likes birds. I stamped grow right there. Put a little green and white beaded flower charm right here with some, I just stapled some lace on there. I cut out some of these pages out of this bird book and stitched, and you can cut these off if you don't like. I put some paper on the back to journal on. It says, when life gets too hard to stand, kneel, choose joy, and I just glued this doily down here and made a little tag there. She likes art. I don't have a lot of art books with me here. I thought this paper by Maggie Holmes looks kind of watercolored, so I thought maybe that would suffice. There's a clear acetate piece of paper you could washi in and put a photo under it, or just cover up your journaling or something. There's another journaling card. Some vintage ledger. Here's a 1980s devotion, and then a praise diary for July on the other side of that. Some coffee dyed notebook paper. I cut out some little pieces about flowers, and then I put the info underneath it. And I used silver paper clips instead of the gold with this because I felt like the silver went prettier with the pink, black, and green. There's another bird image, or a bird page rather. I did a lot of just stamping here and there. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. I did have a watercolor book. I put a couple sheets in here. Here's out of another devotional book. And then it has like the devotion on this side. You can take this off and it unfolds. Actually, it's two devotions, I believe. This side will have one and this side will have one. I made another one of my little Polaroid photos from my stamp punch. It says, have an open heart. Plant kindness. I love how this paper turned out. My sister had dyed for me. It has like a green and brown effect. I thought that was pretty. Here's a vintage 10-cent chrysanthemum seed packet, and it has two cards just stuck up in there. That's actually two pockets in there, but you might need to cut one of them down to get it to go in that back part where I had glued it. Like it may come in a little further on that back part. Some vintage children's dictionary page. Oh, I did have this Mary Engelbright book, and I tore up a couple of pages because I felt like those looked artsy. This is another poetry book I had. It says, love with all your heart. I'm sorry, there's a fly. There's a fly that came in the door. Okay, so here's another piece of that cardstock from that collection. I just put some pink pom-pom trim. And a piece of that poetry paper with a, I know who this is, but I can't think. But it has a Bible verse on the back. And this was fun. I had gotten this at an estate sale. I don't usually find ephemera like this, but I did. I don't know, a couple months ago. But this is from my county, my town, and it's from 1950s. The stamp was 2 cents, so I just put some fun ephemera pieces in there for you and some more flower info. And I've got to put beads right here. I just now noticed that a while ago. A vintage flashcard that I'll give you some napkins or tissue paper to decoupage with. And there's the lovely clock. I did not beat it. Here's some a page out of an Ideals magazine. I guess it's playing Cinderella, right? Or is that When You Wish Upon a Star? I'm not sure. Okay, so here's a beaded safety pin with some little sparkly silver and black glass beads. I just stamped on the other side. Y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna keep going because I really don't, it's hard for me to find time to film lately, so I hope you enjoyed that. Here's a vintage bus ticket. Another piece of poetry, More of Thee, Less of Me. In all things give thanks. The other side of that Mary Engelbreit page. This was just some cardstock. This was Lovely Day, was the title of this. By My Mind's Eye, I believe. Put some lace here, and then I just put some green beads and put Made with Love. I have those little charms and I forget to use them, and then when my friend Arlene sent me some mail the other day, she had used one, and I was like, I need to use those since I don't have a stamp right now to sign. I need to sign somewhere in the books, I guess. Here's another bird image that you can journal on the back that I stitched around. And then I just cut this out of the bird book. It has Somewhere Over the Rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow, why then, oh why can't I? And then it says, you know, who sings that, and of course the Wizard of Oz that it's from. I just put a little doily on this little Tim Holtz wallpaper piece. Stamped some butterflies on that. I thought it was pretty. You could just journal over those. Here's some more watercolor paper. A little pink ribbon flower with a pearl. It says believe in yourself, and then life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Some black and white grid washi. I glued a glassine bag onto the back of this, glued some flowers down. It says live simply, give generously, and I put some little notepads and stuff in there, and then a vintage postcard. More coffee dyed paper. The other side of that, well, another one of those poems, Trust in the Lord. Made a pocket out of that. And then this was out of a little booklet my friend Lynette from Cheaply Chic had sent me, and I love these, and it has little Bible verses. It has the little deer. I thought that was pretty. I love little deer on anything. And then I just, on the other side, just put some little ephemera pieces there. And then I stamped love, be open to whatever comes next. I inked this with pink ink. This was a Maggie Holmes piece from Sunny Days, I believe. It says A Summer Story, which y'all can probably read that one. A vintage playing card. And then a couple sheets of just notepad. It says it's the little things in life with some succulents, or cacti, or whatever you call it. Another piece of that flower book page. I made you a little collaged quilted top tag. Oops, I forgot you don't like cats, but just, you can cover this up with some coffee dye paper. I wasn't thinking about those on the back. I might cover that up for you, but here's another little green flower. I do remember the cats, but I didn't even notice that till then. Okay, so I put some little gold thread and just stapled a little flower piece right there. Punched the edge of this side of this. A little sticker that I had gotten from Danny at Lovebound Journals. Tore some more of this page. This was a 50s. All these pages are torn that look like this from a children's Bible page from the 50s that my mom had. You know, those that we would always read when we were little, kind of book pages. Or Bible stories, rather. And so there's the back of that. And then I glued this little Maggie Holmes pocket on here and inked the edges and put this black and white ribbon there. Again, I left the stitching inside of here. I tried to cut some of this out, but so you flip it around the back and there's the pocket again. And again, I will be sending you your add-on pack you ordered, and it will have little garment pins that you can hang these from the inside if you don't like that on the outside. And some extra little beads if you want to make you your own little thing on the outside. So, Miss Ralanda, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Look, my real name is Renita, so I get called all kinds of things. Yes, I go by Jenny. And it's not even short for Jennifer, so. But anyways, so I do hope you love this. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I am gonna try to do a flip through real quick of a journal I had gotten from a couple months back from Danny at Lovebound Journals and do a shop share for her. So y'all have a good day or night whenever I upload this, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great week. Bye.